Down low, Towns will meet him. Shot clock at 5. Pascal Siakam. Off the bench in the playoffs. Payne will sneak his way, finding the running and leaping.
Right up in the lead in the playoffs.
Bridges double, Towns cutting and jackhammers. Nimhard on him, shot clock at 2. Oh man, what a tough shot. Long shot, Towns, no.
That was awfully deep, awfully early.
Here's McConnell, puts on the blitz, and a 14-footer is down. Rebound, chase, and grab, snatched by Towns. 3, good. Here is Brunson. Towns, quick 3, Turner there, come out.
Got it on locked right now.
Remembering the year back, Jalen Brunson was a selection for a 20-man Bob Kelsey Award and for play for the Villanova Wildcats. By 2017-18 preseason of the All-Big Game East to the tournament of the 2017-18 season, he made his way all the way down to make his finishing one of his best years. The more that he named for was the Big East Conference Man Basketball Player of the Year, sending him all the way to the Final Four and for playing against the winning teams in the national championship. And then he was selected to play with the team of the New York Knicks. After drafted from the Mavericks, he made his one of the best scores to make that possible. But it's a strategy that he makes at Brunson. He scores 38 points alongside 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 117 over 114. The win over San Antonio Spurs, and then it was the career high point of Alic to have 44 points, and it was 111 to 107 for the loss. There was no competition, but he makes 41 points out of 14 out of 19 shooting. He was one of them to be here, but this time, he now faces against the Indiana Pacers. He knows he has a lot of elite footwork, but this is not an elite athleticism. He describes himself as a hustle player. He draws this one of the high numbers in offensive fouls, and this includes charging fouls, non-charging fouls, and illegal screens. This is not the option. This is the former of what he has made. The result of his style of the play that involved out of necessarily, quick with strength and agility, but not the height, length, or vertically to differentiate himself off the ground. But at this point, the Pacers arrive as they are now back in for the conference finals. Since they were a part of it as they started in 1977, it became one of the most bitter of the NBA history. They met the playoffs 6 times from 1993 to 2000. It's epitomized by the enmity between the Pacers of Reggie Miller and the Knicks fan Spike Lee. But it's now Halliburton against Jalen Brunson. His score can be way off the target. Nothing sets for now how he has played. It's a bite to make things go appear. What he had to say in after the game, he has a lot of describing for Tyrese Halliburton to help out his team and save time for some overtime in Game 1.
You know, I'm so proud of the resilience of this group. We've shown it all year. We've had to win in so many different, random, unique ways. And today we just kept going, kept fighting, and man, that's fun.
But more importantly, it's between the desperation in Game 6 as it comes to the end between Jalen Brunson and Cat.
The most confidence. Overconfident. Seriously. There's not an ounce of any type of doubt that I'm not confident with this group.
You know, you make the moves to win, so it hurts. It hurts to be able not to bring an opportunity to the city for a championship. We got a bunch of great guys in that locker room, and you know, we hope to. The plan now is to just put ourselves in this position again and succeed next time.
There is not much to get a competition range between Miles Turner and Mitchell Robinson. The harder part is that it gets very intense. This no matchup brings in from the loud crowd, yes sirs, and winning from O's is not easy when they change it. Every time you see things, you see that when it comes farther to make the goals in range. Others can be very unstable. Nothing sets to matter until everything changes by the fans' reaction.
Siakam the 5 for the Pacers. Shepard, nice pass inside. Turner converts. What a pass by Shepard. Metric makes a move, makes a fake, splits the D and cuts it to go.
He is so good.
Wow.
See how low he put.
Ahead it goes. Siakam in full stride. Knicks are behind in the turnover battle in this series so far. As Halliburton defends Bridges. Count it. Foul. 7 points for Indy. And the other way. Neesmith takes off.
This will be a good game. Always remember, the Pacers and the Knicks, the biggest battle that you're about to be witnessing. This harder team is what everybody knows this reaction. The fans would love it too. And this rivalry in the conference finals is about to take everything no conference show would ever do from its stop beyond its arc. Everyone makes a mistake, and everybody pulls it in will dub and successful. Prepare yourself as they rematch again. Go for another win.
We just find ways. I think for us, it just starts with our habits. And we talked about doing the little things since day one. And so the little things matter, and you never know when they're going to help you in a big game. You never know when and which game. So it's all about doing little things every single day, and I think we pride ourselves on that.
Pacers, Knicks, next on 2K Sports. Hey everybody, it's Roy Cruz, and I'm here with my next broadcast partner with Tyler Beast, and this time it's Game 4.
Yeah, that's right. As we already have seen things before, this is where we are heading things on to see who can win the next one. Right now, the Pacers are already in the lead in a series 2-1, but who will have the better record and try to stop on the pace? Will the Knicks tie the series, or the Pacers have a 3-1 advantage before Game 5 back in New York?
My next broadcasting partner I have it along with me is Son of Beast. He's also along with the other two. This time, it's the new commentator, Jack. And finally, the other one for the third commentary of the crew is Terry Crews.
And in center court, I have it one across is Allie LaForce that's joining us here for tonight's game.
We'll see you all later, everyone, for our post-game show after this game.
But now, let's see who takes it all.
Knicks, Pacers, next on 2K Sports.
Enjoy Game 4, everyone.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA playoffs. As they're approaching right now to the locker room, here the players are getting ready to give pre-game warm-up after their arrivals in Indianapolis. Greetings everyone, we are at Game 4 here for our coverage of one of our biggest games of the Eastern Conference Finals. Hi everybody, I am Son of Peace, and I am here with my broadcast partner with Terry Crews, and our special guest bringing us for our recruiter is Jack. Allie LaForce standing us in by for Game 4. Here are the starting groups here for the Pacers and the Knicks. Halliburton, he's with on Nembhard. Then it's Neesmith in center on the small forward. Siakam is with Turner. Then for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson, he's with on Josh Hart. OG Anunoby is right toward the small guard position. Then we have it across here. The other side of it is all we call for, Karl Anthony Towns. And finally, with our biggest player, you won't want to miss this one to make it look comfortable. But this time, the head coaches, Tom Thibodeau and Rick Carlson and Miguel Bridges is the starting guard for the power forward position. It's going to be a great matchup, and I think Game 4 is going to be a walk-on, so I think it's about that time. We start with the Knicks. Here's OG Anunoby. He'll get the first two-pointer down for the New York Knicks. That'll be his first two-pointer in Game 4. Confidently. They know they really get trying to give everyone a better break. More likely so. I mean, it's not my kind of honor who I like to see. I can definitely try to improve it. Siakam right to the corner, now finding the Halliburton.
Halliburton will slide it back for the 2-pointer. That carries off the mark and rebounded by Hart. Hart takes over the ball and he now has it to Jalen Brunson. Here's the cover for OG Anunoby. He'll make a switch. The 2-pointer's up. The rebound puts on for Tyrese Halliburton. He'll have another rebound. This will be his first. Halliburton swings over to Siakam. Siakam pass, now finds Turner. Turner jab steps it, now finds it back over to Siakam. Gives to Neesmith. Neesmith in trouble, ball's loose, taken over by Miguel Bridges. Josh Hart on the break. Great D by Halliburton. And it's Siakam with the rebound. That's kind of like very unlucky. I mean, it almost would have been like it's a foul. But it seemed like that just definitely made that. It was kind of close enough. Nembhard has it again to Turner. Turner fakes his shot. Back behind the pass to Nembhard. Rolls over Brunson, and the drive is good for Andrew Nembhard. What a great pass here. That's when you are showing it off to Andrew Nembhard. And this is the drive, and it was current to be in. Great step forward. I mean, that's a possible way. I'd really like to see that one. It's kind of like it's been out here for real. The drive really doesn't really do for anything. The missed free-pointer is for Jalen Brunson, and it's rebounded by Pascal Siakam. Siakam rolls the pass to Neesmith. Neesmith looks over to Halliburton. Roll around the jump step, and it's rebounded by Jalen Brunson. Brunson with another rebound. It's the New York Knicks who advances with the ball. Here's the finish. The Jalen Brunson drive is good. Brunson's got his first 2-pointer of the game, and now 4-2 lead. You really gotta go with the drive, and you need to make sure you have that confident range. This tight motion is not really turning to be what they all it seems. Nembhard finds a pass to Nesmith. Bounce pass to Turner. Turner passes to Neesmith. Neesmith looks to Nembhard. Nembhard for the step in for 2 is good. Nembhard with another 2-pointer. That'll be his 4th. That's really like confidential and being played for. I mean, it's just what they all expected now. I mean, they could just make it start off for the Pacers that they really wanted to show it off how they did. Here's Halliburton after the steal by Siakam. Nembhard. The pass over now finding Neesmith. He'll give it over to Siakam. Looks for a screen. A dish over to Turner. That blocked up the alley-oop pass, and it's broken up by Jalen Brunson. Anunoby with nobody around, and he makes a 3-pointer. That'll be his 3-pointer of the game for OG Anunoby, and it's Brunson with the assist. Yeah, there's a little bad communication here for the Pacers. I mean, they're not shooting enough. There's nobody to give an alley-oop successful pass, and you got to watch yourself because no one wants to start off cleanly unless if they do something that's correctly in there. They need to make sure they have the right timing to get through. Here's Nembhard. The 2-pointer is good. Nembhard for 6 points in the game, and it's now back down by 1. It's a close game, and concerningly, it's just really what they all have proven. Towns against Turner. Watch the fade. Bridges back to Towns. With the cover D, fades. Shot, no good. Good D by Miles Turner. That'll be his first. You know, the better start here for Indiana Pacers. That happens with Miles Turner. He really had just making a great own rebound. This communication effort wasn't really start enough to make it that way. Siakam, the 3 for Halliburton. That's so good. Rebounded by Josh Hart. The Knicks back into the other way. Josh Hart looking to pass the Cat. Brunson for 2. It's back the other way. Nice D effort for the Indiana Pacers. Down to 3:30 remaining. I wouldn't say that this would have been a great start afterward. They wouldn't disprove it. I don't think there isn't any lack of effort to try to keep it out. Turner up. And it will be a goaltending violation. Now count the bucket for Turner. And that's on Cat. Now substitution's going to be bringing in for the Knicks. 3 players checked on. Miles McBride, Cameron Payne, and Mitchell Robinson are checked in for 3 players. Pacers are making new changes here. It's TJ McConnell. He's also along with the other 2, as is Monferland back on court. And starting off will be Obi Toppin along with Jabari Walker. Now, Jabari Walker really may have that improvement. It's just what they all now need to know. You've got an expectation when you're doing a great work on a defense effort. That goaltending for Cat is not going to start off well. You just don't want to take a chance afterward if you're going to do it correctly. After a steal, here's Payne. McBride for the drive, and he's fouled.
That'll be his first foul for Monterey. That'll be the first team foul for Indiana. This is not a great start when you're doing it for Monterey, and that's where Miles McBride comes it in. This drive is not the really great start in when you get that one going. You just don't want to get over this for real. First three-pointer coming up for Miles McBride as he's at the free throw line shooting two. He makes the first free throw. New changes on the court for the Pacers. Brandon Shepard checked in. And talking about here for one of our big names of Miles James McBride, he was one of our big names, the Deuce. And he played for West Virginia's Mountaineers on his bear school, deucing up his play. The college effort was not really what he was expected to do for, to be scoring 21 points for the start, win against Ohio State. Why does it really happen with that? Well, it's been like only just uncomfortable to get that one there. Now at my time, I was noticing that Miles McBride would have been able to choose something that's clearly range. This would have happened? I wouldn't say so. Maybe this is what happens with Miles McBride. He wants to make that deucing over from other college players. He wants to give a good range here. Not my time watch me? I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to try to keep it in. Now, I don't expect it to see anything that's right into the eye, so Miles McBride may have a choice in to give that one go. Shepard for the drive, and it's good! That'll be Brandon Shepard's first two-pointer as they grab the lead 10-9. Yeah, this is what you got to give the good look. Brandon Shepard's really got a great layup in. Impressive. 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter as Payne is on the tunnel. Payne passes to McBride. McBride passes to Robinson. Robinson passes over to McBride. Ball's loose. 3 to shoot. Finish. He can't get the floater in. Rebound by TJ McConnell with 1:42 remaining. Here's Walker. Walker passes over to Monfort. Monfort passes to Toppin. Toppin passes over to McConnell. McConnell passes back to Toppin. Here's a three for Monfort. And that's good. That'll be the first three-pointer for the Pacers. That's Monfort. Hits the triple. There's one. I mean, I gotta say with this, it's really what they don't really appreciate now. Monfort with the first three-pointer. Payne against McConnell. The pass over now finding to Robinson. Middle is Achua. Obi Toppin. Trying to make the shot. Shoots. No good. Great D by Toppin. And we're approaching under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Here's McConnell. Toppin sets a screen. Looks for a drive. Can't get the alley-oop pass successful. It's back to Bridges. Bridges passes to Payne. New switch here. Miguel Bridges again to Payne for two. That's rebounded by Robinson, and he'll have a drive in. Robinson's got his first two-pointer, and it's now a 2-point lead cut down for the Pacers. Yeah, it's been like kind of unclear to get that good start. It looks like Pacers definitely really have to try to show something else. Back to McConnell. Need to make the new change here. Walker for the three. That's good. Another three-pointer for the Pacers. That'll be the first three-pointer for Jabari Walker. Yeah, this is where I gotta see about Jabari Walker. It's just no right or wrong answers. Bridges fades. Here's the McBride. And that misses off the target, and we end the first quarter. Pacers leading up a 5-point game over the Knicks 11. Be back with the second quarter after this. And if you're just tuning in, we're ready to get started for our second quarter back in Indianapolis. It's 16-11. Jack, what do you think of how this happened with? Well, it's not my other kind of watching this, but it's more likely recruiting to what the player really has done. I mean, just perfect contention. I mean, I think contested is just like anybody who really wanted to show it off. I mean, I know it's going to be like hard one. I agree. I mean, they may not be able to do that much, but they'll have to improve their veterans. We start the second quarter. Rick Carlson's team's got the players on. We have his Nemhard along with Halliburton. Montgomery is with Obi Toppin. And Siakam's in center. For the Knicks, we have his McBride. Towns is right to center. Anunoby right to power forward. Then we have his Josh Hart. And finally, is across Jalen Brunson.
Assistant, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah, that is a great start here, as Josh Hart's got a great two-pointer. He's like racing in here. That's a big playoff and mounting, and you got to make that one good in. Halliburton trying to switch it over to Toppin. Faces shot, has to begin him off for it. The three for Halliburton. He misses another one. That's 3 misses in a row for the three-pointers. Yes, it's not going to be easy enough when you make the three-pointers. I don't think that Tyler Halliburton really would have the choice to do so. Obi Toppin for the 2. It's good. Another two-pointer for the Pacers. Toppin's got his first two-pointer as Pascal Siakam with the assist. The Knicks trail by 5. For the drive is good for Jalen Brunson. Man, he's like a cutter chain on attack. The burner drive. I like that idea. I mean, that's really what I have to see about this. Halliburton against Jalen Brunson. He looks to Siakam. For the 2, that's good. Another two-pointer for the Pacers as Siakam's got his first of the game of the night. Not even my competition would have. It X looked like it's unchangeable, but if they wouldn't choose it like they did. There'll be a jump ball between Toppin and Hart as they will have it right into the range to stop the play at 6:15. Toppin wins the dunk ball as the play continues for the Pacers. We have approached now to a minute to pass the spare of the game. Obi Toppin has it to Montgomery. Montgomery works his way across on OG Anunoby. Halliburton for 2. And again, he misses one. Siakam up. There is another one. Another bucket for Siakam. He has 4 points. That's a big rebound here for Siakam. That would have almost been making it pressured out if the Halliburton can't make the 2-pointers in. Brunson finds Downs. And he went out of bounds. That'll be Pacer ball. 5:33 remaining in the second. New changes here as now Miles Turner and Aaron Nesmith checked in for Montgomery and Obi Toppin. Halliburton trying to make a new change here. Nemhard trying to watch in over McBride. What a drive! It's Nemhard. He has 8 points in this game. Completion from first half, and now he's going to keep on doing it again. But I just got to say that this would have been almost clearly that they would choose a goal. Really, what I expected to see that play in. Jalen Brunson. And there's an offensive foul. That's going to be Karl Anthony Towns with his first foul. There's one happening, and there's just what it goes in. Karl Anthony Towns wasn't starting out to make a good defense. He didn't make a great start afterwards, and this is what happens with the screen. That is changing over. That's a moving screen when you do for it. If your players can't just move screen, they have to hold their position. If something happens, don't make them out to go swear and swear. You don't want to start it off like that. Get to Turner over Cat. Denied by Cat. Miles McBride has it on Anunoby. 4:33 remaining in the first half of the game. McBride finds Towns for 2. That's another 2-point missed opportunity. They'll give it back to Hart. Anunoby for 2. That's good. Another 2-pointer for the Knicks. As Anunoby tries to keep back in the game. A 24-17 game. Here's Halliburton trying to score in big. He gets nothing. To give over. Nice bet for the drive. And there will be a foul on the Knicks. That'll be a second foul on Karl Anthony Towns with only 4:08 remaining. Now, this is what they don't really seem like they do for. I would expect that this drive is not going to make a good start. 2 shots coming up for Aaron Nesmith. Rick Carlson's handling it over to try to keep that one in. And he's looking to try to keep the pressure in. Alive and alive. Yeah, I would have seen so much others than he would have to choose for. Rick Carlson, I think that's what happens with one of his better games, and he just really needs to make sure he had the right timing to get to. Naismith knocks down for his free throw. New changes for the Knicks, as Miguel Bridges is checked in for Miles McBride. Now, with Rick Carlson, he has a lot of them to take over this as one of our thinkings and improvements. Some say it's not just supposed to be easy. Here's one of his quotes that he has to say. It's the NBA. It's not supposed to be easy. If I was, I'd be one of the guys off on the street. It's tough, tough league. Most likely no concerns of any players that does best. They just need to improve it. Yes, improve it. They just have to do their own research here. I wouldn't mind if I would have had to play it like the Knicks or the Pacers. Some say it's harder than expected. It's just not a play-it-off game and you wanted to do for it. Timeout by the Pacers with only 3:47 remaining in the first half of the game. Yeah, they're going to talk it over. There's another three-pointer that they give in. They won't choose it. And wisely, they won't have to just start keep shooting it off like they did for them. We're nearing down the end of the first half. Coming up will be the halftime show, as you'll have is Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and the big fella of Shaq O'Neal, as you'll have the first half to make the post game out of the range. Fortunately, we do see something that's going to be happening with the big change afterwards, as he might be pushing in to finish things off. Once this game is finished with the NBA Finals, then we have our new reaction heading into September is Object Invasion from Fusion Animations. That will start on September 12th here for our next part of the year to get right in for the next reaction. And we are back again. But this one for the postseason, I decided that this will not be the time to do some postseasons to do all 5 games and with the best of 4. So this game will be shortened to 3 games by next season. That's right, because there's not really much to share anything about the making change of their own. So this will be easy enough to keep things going in. Not really much what I mostly would say, but most likely the next postseason might be a little shorter than going long game. Yeah, I mean, we definitely wanted to have a shorter game on that. I mean, the basic advantage may be just fine. Now here's McConnell, he finds it to Nembhard. Nembhard finds McConnell, looks over to Siakam. Siakam, over the drive! Can't get it to go. Great D here by Josh Hart. That almost turned very bad on this game. Miguel Bridges against Nembhard. Nembhard finds the pass to Hart. Hart slides back. Achua with the screen. Now here's Achua. Pass out on Obi with a spin in the center. Never miss. Here's another one, and the foul will be on Indiana. That'll be TJ McConnell, his first personal, and a first-team foul for Indiana. During the final 3 minutes before the first half ends. And as there's Achua, he's at the free throw line shooting 2. Yeah, it's a little not confidence when you're doing this on your own. Precious Achua really had a hard strength. That makes it a great set. This is pretty bad, and it's really like picking it up. Another free throw trip to the free throw line will be for the New York Knicks. And after he makes one, there'll be a new substitutional for the Knicks, as this will be Karl Anthony Towns replacing in Mitchell Robinson. Now Josh Hart is checked out. Mitchell Robinson checks in. I would have Precious seen names by Precious Achua makes that one real aggressive. Most likely the driving arrangement was not turning to be like what they all had seemed for to keep playing in for the game. It's just how they do. Precious Achua really had that harder range, no feeling to take. I would have seen so many that most players could not have great range. McConnell. Over Brunson, the drive is good for TJ McConnell. He's got his first 2-pointer on the board. 28-21 to score. Now Brunson tries to screen for the 3-pointer. That's another miss by the New York Knicks. The quarter rally before staying in for Tom Thibodeau, and they really got him a great start afterwards. But Jalen Brunson is one of our big earners of the game after playing it with his better career performance effort by regular season and his postseason advantage. There's no change that he would do for now. Yeah, it's been like all what they said now. I mean, nobody is standing a chance. This one really has gotten some great change. No issue with changing for real. I've got to say, this would be my time shot. Fuji's on the try. A little stumble here, but a great rebound by Pascal Siakam.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Siakam has it again, McConnell. McConnell passes over to Neesmith. Neesmith now has it to McConnell. Siakam for 3. That's good. Triple range is down. Siakam's got 7 points and it's McConnell with the assist. Look at that fans' reaction. You see that looks like that happens with Siakam. He makes a 3-pointer and easy much chain. I wouldn't see anybody that did their own. Siakam with the rebound with only 90 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's a tape for Nembhard. Nembhard. The pass back to McConnell. McConnell passes to Neesmith. Neesmith. The pass again to Siakam. Siakam looks over to Neesmith. For the layup, it's good. Neesmith makes a 2-pointer. He has 4 points in the game. And it's Siakam, another one the assist of the game in game 4. Brunson trying to show it off from here from the crowd. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Nobody around. Good 3-pointer by Ojianobi. You have another 3-pointer in the game after Brunson. That's simply what you caused it for. I mean, nobody would stand around to do something. Miles Turner waiting for the clock to resume by 40 seconds. Siakam. Siakam looks over again. McConnell to Turner. Around Robinson. That's a strong D by Robinson. And it's rebounded by Bridges. Here's the pace. Under 30 seconds, but the alley-oop pass. Good take for Miguel Bridges as Mitchell Robinson slams it down. That's what they all expected for. They want to see the alley-oop passes for Indiana, but it looks like this didn't work really well. Yeah, McConnell, the pass over. Oh, he lost the dunk. Miles Turner would have had that one-hand dunk down. Oh no, I would have just seen that. That is just big surprising. And a big tip back in for Robinson as so we end the first half. Disappointing for the alley-oop, but we'll be back for the second half. 35-28 to score. Halftime show is on. See you later for the third. Let's check in with alley-oop force before the halftime.
Well, Coach, this first half has been a struggle. What's been the problem?
Lack of intensity. We're back on our heels. They're attacking us. Not getting much done.
Guys, they'll look to be the aggressor in the second half.
All right, thanks, Sally. Stand by for the halftime show after this. See you later.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. For the Pacers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Taking a look at the Pacers, how about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, what I like, the ball never stopped moving. Look at the players, everyone working in unison. Love to watch this play. I'm so excited.
Head over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Knicks' first half?
Well, it's never you're playing next to a team that's on fire. This team was on fire. They showed effort on defense, and it didn't matter. They couldn't get the stops. I don't think the opponent can sustain this kind of thing.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
You've been watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. And as we welcome you back here at Gamebridge Fieldhouse to get started for the third quarter, here's a look here for OG Anunoby. One thing about OG Anunoby is really like a confidence plays on this game, and I think it's just been like kind of harder way to get to it. I'm pretty sure that that's what I was sharing now. OG Anunoby really had a confidence on the pacing of this game. Most likely so, he might have a next spot to get in. I think it may be another 3-pointer in or anything. We start the third quarter. As for the Pacers, Halliburton's with Nembhard. Turner's in center along with Neesmith and small forward. And Siakam's right toward the power forward position. For the Knicks, we have Miguel Bridges, who is Boney G. Anunoby, Jalen Brunson on over to Tyrese Haliburton, and Karl Anthony Towns, and Josh Hart. A great start here for Jalen Brunson as they're down by 5. Nembhard, the pass to Haliburton, fades, finds Turner, what a drive, he makes a number 2, and now be Haliburton with the assist. Good dish up here, I mean that's when I was looking at it. Here's a chance over to Cat, and he dunks it down. What a take for Karl Anthony Towns. He tries to get back in the game, only just approached down, past a minute on the mark. Haliburton to start the third. Nembhard, as they did now again, Neesmith, looks over to Haliburton. Burton for the finish, the drive, and he's fouled. That'll be Jalen Brunson's first personal foul, and that'll be the first team foul for New York. 6:49 remaining in the third quarter. Tyrese Haliburton really hasn't scored anything. I think that's the scoring that he has to make in. That's what Rick Carlson has to do for him. Try to give it to Haliburton, and he looks like he's not doing what he wanted to do. So that may be a problem. Free throw coming up for Indiana Pacers. As now Haliburton hasn't scored anything, he'll get the free throws lines to shoot for 2. The first one knocks down for Haliburton. Now as for Montfort, he'll shove in for Andrew Nembhard. It's really like coincidence enough here for Tyrese Haliburton. He would just have to start maintaining his pressure. The balance is better than simple. I don't know what's going to keep on happening for Haliburton if he gets his number 2 pointers in. But his long stance may need to get things right away. A start-off point? I don't think so. They're going to have to give it off when he can. Brunson swings around. Watches it. Find the pass to Miguel Bridges, and Josh Hart will have it. Here's a set with the finish. And it's Turner giving it over with the ball back. He's had his second rebound of the night. And here's Haliburton. I'll send over to Turner. Turner trying to watch out Montfort in the corner. Setting a screen for Turner. Montfort with the shot, he makes it in. Number 2-pointer. That's Benedict Montfort. That's 5. That's a big score to fill. He just got a 5-pointer game. Brunson with a spin move. A defender on Haliburton as he hands it over to Miguel Bridges. Here's a switch. Cat for 3. It's good. Another 3-pointer for the Knicks. They ain't just catching it in, down by 6. That is no obliteration. I want to see Karl Anthony Towns give another 3-pointer with a better look. Siakam works his way across to Montfort. Montfort pass to Neesmith. For the drive, it's good. Neesmith with 6 points in the game. And it's Montfort with the assist. Got a good clear look here. Montfort's got a great drive off to make that one. Trying to work it off. Anunoby slams down. That's another 2-pointer on a slam on attack for the Knicks. As now as Nembhard has 10, he's trying to get over to Anunoby with 15 points. Set up screen for Miles Turner. A takeover. Back to Neesmith. Goes find a quick pass to Siakam. Siakam. Haliburton moves up for 2. That's off the rim and rebounded by Jalen Brunson. He is missing everything. I mean, all happens with Tyrese Haliburton. He wouldn't just make that face-off go in. This is a long shot and he would miss everything. 4:30 remaining in the third quarter. You'll have it again to Haliburton. The pass now finds some Montfort, he's out of bounds. It'll be New York ball with only 4:32 remaining. Now a new change off here for the Knicks and for the Pacers. Cameron Payne's checked in for Brunson. And for the Pacers, Obi Toppin and Jabari Walker checks in for Siakam and Turner. Payne on Towns. Jabari Walker trying to watch on it. That one's good for another 2-point range for Karl Anthony Towns. Pacers trying to get back into work here. Haliburton wants to make new changes here. And here's the 3 for Neesmith. That's good. Another 3-pointer for Neesmith. He has 9. There's what we're talking, crew. Naismith really made a three-pointer just the right time. I would have seen so many others that other players could get the three-pointers on the range. Rebound by Walker, and you'll have it again to Toppin. Toppin resets to Montferrat. And not a reset to Halliburton. Trying to get a quick motion. In control, finding Toppin. Has it over. Montferrat over Anobi. That's good. Montferrat with 7 points in the game. Down to 3:20 remaining. Cameron Payne with the spin move over to Miguel Bridges. What a slam! And that's a big pass off by Cameron Payne with a big alley-oop pass. It's right money line. I don't see what he would do for. It's not the big game when you want to start off, but you just got to make that quicker. And Halliburton has it on top end, and he gives it back to Jabari Walker. The pass to Naismith. Naismith. Pass back to Halliburton. Top it. Quarter two. That's off the rim and rebounded by Towns. OG Anunoby. The pass over to Bridges. Bridges pass to Payne. Payne on top it. Trying to work it off. Here's a change. That big drive makes it through for Cameron Payne. He has a number 2-pointer. He's giving it off everybody. Halliburton works off to Obi Toppin. Toppin. Right to the middle. And he'll have it to Halliburton this time. He makes a driving scoop in reverse. Timeout, New York, with only 2:12 remaining. There's that key. That's a great finish up when you got to make it in through. And with that being said, they're going to have to recharge it up and get back in the game. Yes, always get back in the game. And this is what happens with most teams. They don't get playing optimally at the same time. They just got to make sure they have that one right in a line. So that needs to give me a good key set to make that a good footwork. So that way they have it all charged up, rehydrated, and back on court. Well, we have a moment now before the third quarter. Here are the coming up games here for the NBA. After this one, tomorrow night we will have is the Timberwolves and the Thunders back at Target Center in Minneapolis. And then we will head it over to the other game on the other side. For the NHL, thank you for waiting patiently, as this one was no struggle to find a daily schedule and a range. It turned to be like it was not really easy enough to try to make that one finish. But as more openly, we really appreciate to everyone who has been waiting patient outside, and the reaction videos will soon to continue once the games has been concluded between NHL and NBA. I really appreciate to everybody who's watching that one here, and definitely we won't forget about episode 2 reaction of me reacting to Anime 74. That might be what they're getting. So this could be it. I think we may have to see this one last time. I guess so. It's fun watching an Anime 74, and I'm glad that you really enjoyed it. Well, it's been my pleasure anyways. I mean, once that is finished, I guess that the viewers are going to watch me do my reaction. Mofford with a rebound after the miss by Miles McBride. And here's McConnell for 3. Another 3-point miss opportunity for Indiana. Miles McBride. Ball's loose. Rebound by McConnell. Here comes Halliburton. Oh, he made a drive and slam. That's right in the alley. And he has 6 in the game. Just no stopping Halliburton. I mean, that's when I was really sure this could keep things going back inwards. And a rebound by Toppin. Payne back on the court. And here's Toppin. He'll have it to McConnell. And a pass back to Toppin. Toppin looks over to McConnell. Slides back with a 2. It's good. McConnell with another 2-point opportunity. 54-43 is the score. McConnell has 4 points in the game, and here's McBride. McBride working on a 2-up. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. You'll have to switch it up here. The back pass to McBride for 3. Rebound to Mitchell Robinson. And he'll have it back in with a big tip-in floater. And a one-hand drive makes it up back down by 9. Yeah, I say so. It's back down by 9. Now the pass now finds McConnell. McConnell. Halliburton for 2. That's another miss for Tyrese Halliburton. Man, he doesn't get able to get those shots anymore. Well, that's been a big problem for Halliburton. He would have had to just, like, give it up everything. Payne misses the 3. Rebound by Obi Toppin with only 15 seconds. Just waiting for the clock down. Halliburton trying to make a next shot in. 5 to shoot. McConnell for the 3. Triple range is good. To end the third quarter of 57-45 game for Indiana. Man, they've been like struggling in it. It looks like fourth game could be theirs. And we've made 3 quarters. Fourth quarter is next after the game of this message. Let's have a moment now to reveal the safe pharmacist of the game. Now, some reasons I would have seen so much others. Let's run play in. That's what's what happens with Halliburton. He gives a good start. This feed off really made that one impossible. He really did a okay job on that, but the pointer on that one for the shots may not be helpful. I think his pass is great. And as we're ready to get started for the fourth quarter, hope you're having fun with us. Let's get down to finishing game 4. Here are the groups here for Indiana as we have it across in the range. And for Knicks, Brunson's with Miguel Bridges. Towns is in center. Anunoby is small forward, and Chua is in power forward. Along the other way, Mofferin's with McConnell. And right from the outside, they have is Shepard. Obi Toppin, and it's also Emhart, and Turner is in center. For the start, and there's a foul, bucket 1! Miles Turner drops it, and there's another team foul for New York Knicks. Yeah, there is something like a little unturnally on it. Now we notice about Miles Turner, he's just getting over it. He really just has to get all of it he had.
1 shot.
Just 1 shot to give for the Miles Turner, and that way they will have the extension up for 12. It's not really what he would really do for. Most of his career may have been just the right timing for Miles Turner. He really done everything what he got. Jalen Brunson, the pass over to Anunoby. Ball's loose. Rebound by Achua. Back to Brunson. Here's Miguel Bridges. Setting a screen is Cat. Door to middle. Oh, a hard contact foul. That's going to be Miles Turner. His first personal foul. Trying to reject from the hands of Miguel Bridges. Well, that's pretty like how bad it was going to get. No, I wasn't really liking this one. This is what no one would get. Nobody wants to foul quickly. No one does. Miguel Bridges at the free throw line shooting 2. Stop the clock at 7:12. Miguel Bridges knocks down his first free throw. You know, that's definitely not just a nice way to just try to communicate it out. You don't really like doing this afterwards. You know, I wouldn't just like Miguel Bridges if he would have to finish it with his finishing drive. But this block is way not the best choice. That is causing with some foulness to give. And he hits them both. Miguel Bridges able to answer his teammates down by 9. And now here's McConnell. McConnell trying to work his way across, now finds a Mofferin. Mofferin, dish over the top end. Right toward middle. The drive went too strong, and it's rebounded by Chua. Miguel Bridges, here's a chance for Towns. No good, another 2-pointer miss. And it's Turner with the rebound, that's his third of his night. It's back to TJ McConnell. McConnell checks over to Toppin. And it's Moffer in the other way. The give over to McConnell. McConnell for the finish, and the try makes it in. That's TJ McConnell, 9 points in the game. Just about under 6:30 remaining in the fourth. Well, you just see that going, and CJ McConnell is just giving what he definitely did. He makes it a good and great take. After a bucket by versus Chua, timeout is taken by the Indiana Pacers. Just 6:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. They won't just have to choose on anything. That's what they need to be doing to get right into the way. As we'll have our next game in, as we'll have it as game number 5, we'll have it after this one. For the Wolves and the Thunders at Target Center. That'll be our next game at 8:30, the time coverage, same schedule. And then game 5, as we'll be heading it over right to get back to New York as the Pacers play against the Knicks. And if we have game 5 necessary, we'll have it the other way as the Thunders will take on against the Timberwolves back at the Paycom Center. It's really like they are already on the roll. 3-0 to score in the series, and it might be it. If the Thunders win, they'll be advancing to the finals for the very first time. I really wanted to see it. I think the Thunders is going to definitely take strong. A lot of work, it might be just going in, better pacing. I might say so too. I mean, I want to see them. Definitely for Thunder, man. New substitutions are on the court here for the Pacers. Pascal Siakam returns on the court after switching in for Obi Toppin. Talking from out of force about Pascal Siakam. He made a one of his team and he just has done it again to keep rolling and rolling in. You know, big change. It was really seeing things. And what they noticed about Pascal Siakam, he made a great choice to have it keep it going. There's a lot of great actions here. It may not be just only one play of the game, but we have multiple. There's big chances in one. After a foul by the Cat, it'll be Mothrin, shooting 2. He has 4 personal fouls and 2 team fouls for New York Knicks. Yeah, it's been like how bad it gets gonna be worth it. And you know, Cat, it's not really like improvement. It's no succeed when you're doing this on your own. Not a big success. He missed the first free throw. Yeah, and that's not happening with Mothrin. You just have to get over this on your right timing that square. It really can be hard and frustrating. No overwork would be done. And that's good for the second free throw. They're up by 10 as he makes 1 out of 2 free throws. The Knicks trail by 10. Achua. Miguel Bridges. Over with the shot. Double man defender, but a great rebound by Pascal Siakam. You'll now find TJ McConnell. Try to work it off, now finds Siakam. Nemhard. Just sent back to Turner. He'll have it over, now finding the TJ McConnell. With the back step. That's off the rim and rebound by Towns. Jalen Brunson, the other way. With the 3, no good. Another Knicks for the 3-point miss opportunity. Down to 5:30 remaining. Here's Mothrin. A sent to Turner. What a drive, and he makes it in. That's Mothrin with the assist. 8 is scored a number for Miles Turner. Oh, he's been doing so great. Miles Turner is really on for his next line to keep going in. I want to see how he can definitely handle it. And this rebound picked up. Towns, pass to Bridges for 3. That's no good again. The rebound. Towns in trouble. Bridges for 3. Second time, no good. Rebound by Bridges. And he misses again. Man, 3-time opportunity for Miguel Bridges. You didn't think that was going to be enough. Yeah, I felt like that this would happen to make it 7. And it's not turning to be the right way. I mean, that's definitely how hard it's going to get for Miguel Bridges. He's not stepping it up well. Here's for Towns, and there'll be a reaching foul. That'll be Andrew Nemhard, his first and second team foul. Josh Hart checks in for Precious Achua, backing in for top for the starting 5. It's been always done. I got to know this right away. Straight away is no exception. Not it turned to be like it's a good thing. 3 for Hart. Another miss here, cat up, and it's another miss here for the Knicks. Great D for the Pacers. And off to Mothrin with the shot. That's off the fingertip and rolled with the miss. Josh Hart passes over, Miguel for 3. That's good. 3-pointer knocks down the Strange for a 10-point cut down. 4 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You'll have it to Siakam. McConnell making some change here. Slides it for the 3. That's That's another miss for Indiana. Jalen Brunson makes his way down. And it's now the other way for Brunson. Set a screen. Free for Anunoby. That's good. They're back in the game. 66-58 is the score. They're just kind of trying to keep moving it in. Just the right percussionist move. They won't start often if they do it correctly. Siakam setting a screen. Here's the finish. Up and away. Got it through. That's Pascal Siakam with 9 points in the game. 4 out of 5 field goals for the Pacers for Pascal Siakam. He's really up to the strong effort. Another 2-pointer makes it in for the Knicks. They're back down by 8. 3 minutes remaining in the fourth. And here's off to Siakam. Siakam switches over to McConnell for the finish, and the drive scoops in for McConnell. McConnell's got 11 points in the game. Under 3 minutes, still to remain. Bridges, now a screen for Cat. A 3 wide open look. No good. Rebounded by Towns. Anunoby. Screen by Josh Hart. And that is a rejection by Miles Turner. A first block of the game in the fourth quarter. And now the substitution's on. Aaron Neesmith and Tyrese Haliburton are checked in. Yeah, I've got a great feeling of this one. That's been pretty strong enough to get that a good set. Nice dish up fade on defense. Neesmith with the rebound. Haliburton wanted to go somewhere else. Pass over to Nemhard. Setting a motion. Looks to Turner. Turner, finish the drive. What a D by Towns. Bridges for the finish. Slams down. That takes a two-hand dunker, and a timeout will be given by Indiana. They're down by 8. Oh man, this is definitely how they get close enough with the game. They don't want to stop here. They want to keep things moving along, so that way they don't make a mistake. So what is your stretch here, and what is your ability to think who's going to win this game, Jack?
Well, I felt like this whipping all the chains. I've never seen what they were going to do for them. Let me ask you something. You think you could definitely win this? You got to show your fans the love and support.
I'm going to say that the Indiana Pacers might work it out. Top notch feels like it was better, and nothing really can take it on. Anything more than they want. I really wanted to see how they can handle it. Well, especially to me, I would say Indiana's for the win. I think 3-1 series might be the very great choice to have it often. I would say so. Indiana might be the win for Game 4. So hopefully, it's win off, win on, win off. Don't take it too much serious if you're going to get over it. And we have some time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game. Tonight's Player of the Game in Game 4 goes to Pascal Siakam. One of the best Siakams, and this big movement is really what they are expected to have. Great pass, great durations. He made it comfortably. Siakam's one of my better favorites in the Indiana Pacers. More likely so, he's adding his postseason, and hopefully he'll keep his dream alive to get ready for the next game. Just about 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. It's a 70-62 game. Haliburton watching around. Turner. The gift to Nemhard. Nemhard for the finish. What a drive. Nemhard with 12 points. He is 6 for 6. Just perfect when you got to do it. That's what Nemhard really does. Brunson looking around. There'll be a 3-second violation on defense. And that's going to be Neesmith, as this will be a free shot for technical free throw. Karl Anthony Towns, the free throw line shooting 2. Yeah, it's not going to make it easy, but nobody is like making it clear out of the way for some defense effort. That's not going to stand out really well. You don't want to make that one. You don't want to stick in too long because someone is going to get the pointer in. This could be a close matchup. Towns makes the technical free throw. As the next balls will keep it alive with only 1:43 left. Brunson for 3 is good! They're just rolling back in. Now Tyrese Haliburton has got to do something. And pass finding to Turner. pass over to Nemhard. Nemhard, the pass over to Neesmith. With the finish, what a D by Cat. Now it's back to Brunner. Brunson. Brunson. For the three on Obi. No good. Neesmith rolls it in, not finding the Turner. And he now has it over to Halliburton. Just down to 1 minute remaining. Knicks got to do something quickly. Neesmith. Nemhard. Turner. In trouble, tightness. And the finish drive is good. Miles Turner with 12 points. He's tied up with Andrew Nemhard. That's been a better one today. Now they're really up to the pace. Timeout, New York Knicks. Under a minute remaining in the fourth quarter, 74-66. It's a tight game as they both have receiving 2 team fouls between the Knicks and the Pacers. It won't be changing it up ultimately at the same time if they win.
Well, they've got to do something. I really think this would be just impatient. They need to start making their way up to the right spot. They got to do this one right away. Keep more basketball here. Let's keep going.
And as now it is a closing game, 74-66. Knicks rolling it in. Brunson on Halliburton. Right toward middle. And that will drop it in. Miguel Bridges for another 2. And Halliburton the other way. Watching the time go down. And he'll have a personal foul here for Jalen Brunson. Just 1 foul to give for New York Knicks. They've got to do something here quickly.
Yeah, there's not much time you're going to do for. You don't want to make a mistake if you're just going to keep things getting there.
Make the right time and count. Trying to keep moving around. Down to 9. Able to use it for Neesmith to get the free. Oh, yes! Aaron Neesmith for 12. Just 33 seconds. 3 for Anunoby. That's another dropper. And with that being said, that will end being skier in game 4 as it'll be Jalen Brunson's for a personal and their 14th foul for New York Knicks. Now hitting for a technical free throw will be Halliburton. Halliburton knocks the first free throw. It's just how great it is. I mean, now that's when you make the finish. Afterwards, you go in for the work. All players are checked out. McBride, Achua, Robinson, and Payne are checked in. For the Pacers, Walker, and on the other way will be Shepard. That's good for the second. Miguel Bridges works his way across. Payne, Chua for 3. No. Rebound by Chua Robinson. Chua for another 3. And it's missed again. Chua trying to watch it in. 3 for Payne. And I will drop it in. Just down by 5. And they've just got to move it back and forth. And that's going to do it. They will cheat the clock, and that will do it. 79-74 is your final score. It's a 3-1 over New York.
Well, as you stated before, you made the win. You got a great 1 count.
Great work there, team. Don't make it out one any mistake, but we appreciate the support. Here's Allie.
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. His shots are falling for you tonight. How do you like the flow offensively?
That's just really good for each other. You always move the ball around and get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
All right, Allie, thank you very much. And that about wraps it up, folks. Along with my broadcast partner, Allie LaForce, and Jack, and Terry Crews, I'm Son of Beast. You've been watching the Eastern Conference Finals of the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. All right, thank you very much. As right now, this is the big finish here as the Pacers advances over with a 3-1 series over New York. It was no competition how it was ever going to get there, but more likely, we'll see how they can handle with game number 5 as they return to the Garden. Here's our total statistics. Right for 61 for the field goals for Indiana, 37 for New York Knicks, 78 free throws for Indiana, 14 fast break points for New York, and it was 42 points in the paint for Indiana, 13 second chance points for New York, 26 and 27 bench points in the assist for Indiana, 17 defensive rebounds for New York Knicks, 26 defensive rebounds for Indiana Pacers, 5 steals for New York Knicks. Both teams received 1 blocks, 5 turnovers for New York, 14 fouls for Indiana, and 5 dunks for New York Knicks. Just 14 and 17:36 time possession and biggest lead for Indiana. And now for you, Roy, you're on for 3-star players of the game.
Thank you so much. 3 stars are on. As we start in, as it's all for 12, it didn't get anything that's better, but it's more likely what they choose to now to was only 1. OG Anunoby had 21 points with only 2 assists, 8 out of 12 field goals with 5 out of 6 free-pointers. Betty only had done 1 dunk and 25 performance. That was one of the biggest efforts for OG Anunoby to make it scoring and scoring from basket to basket. I've never seen how he was able to do from game number 4, but it's been a big night. Then, the second star player of the game goes to Miles Turner. He had 1 block, 12 points in the game, and only 4 rebounds with 1 assist. 6 out of 10 field goals, and 14 performance effort was a big finish. And now for the number 1 star, Andrew Nembhard. 12 points, 2 rebounds, 6 for 6. He's perfect on the field goal range with only 12 performance effort. That's a big win.
And that will do for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Stay tuned for tomorrow night as you'll have is the Western Conference Finals for Game 4. The Thunders and the Wolves are ready to rematch back in Minneapolis. Along with my broadcast partner, I'm Tyler, and along with Roy, thank you for watching.
We'll see you next time for as a while as the NBA Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Thank you and good night.
Bye everyone.
If you don't, somebody will.